Well, we've chosen the 40 most likely runners and riders for this year. We've fed them into the computer, and our superb team of animators in Manchester have added past performances, going conditions and weather, and we're about to get an answer to the conundrum. Could Tiger Roll have done it? So you are well up to speed with the 40 runners, the 40 riders. What you haven't got is the expert opinion of our pundits. They are, of course, two people who've ridden around the Aintree fences, ITV Racing's Alice Plunkett, and a man who is part of Aintree heritage, Richard Pittman.
Well, there's always a chance of a real upset in the Grand National, isn't there? But this year, I really hope there isn't an upset, because I would love Tiger Roll to win his third Grand National.
You won't see 100-to-1 horse coming up this, like the Foynaven year, and before that Tipperary Tim, I think. You won't see that, no.
I like to see what the girls are doing. And last year, Magic of Light finished second. Now, only 30 mares in the history of this great race have won it. And you have to go back to 1951 for the last mare to win the Grand National. Can she do it? She's got Robbie Power on board. He himself, a Grand National winning jockey, and the great Jessica Harrington. She was her first ever runner in the race last year, and she finished second. Can she go one better this year?
From a jockey's point of view, the most comfortable ride and exciting is a grey horse called Bristol de Mai, ridden by Daryl Jacob, who has won the race on a grey Neptune Collonge. Only 3 greys have ever won the race: the Lamb, Nicholas Silver, and Neptune Collonge. But this horse jumps, goes from the front, ears pricked, loves his racing, and although he's best in the early part of the season, he's a class horse, he's got a winnable weight. I just hope he hasn't used up all his winning in the first part of the season.
My 1, 2, 3, 4 for the 2020 Grand National is Walk in the Mill to just beat the great Tiger Roll. Magic of Light for the girls, with Yala Enki in there with Bryony Frost.
I see the race coming down to Tiger Roll, Walk in the Mill second, maybe Pleasant Company from last year, and my outsider to be fourth, Kildesart.
You know the runners, you know the riders, you know the views of our experts. Now it's time for the big race. They're at the post, and the man to call them, the Virtual Grand National 2020, it's over to Stuart Machin.
They're off. Starter Robbie Supple gets them away for the Virtual National of 2020. 40 runners heading towards the Melling Road on the run to the first of the 30 fences. In the centre, a couple of greys, Lakeview Lad and Tute Permia handy. Warrior's Tail with the green cap. Walk in the Mill, Magic of Light, the storyteller. Tiger Roll is prominent towards the far side. Horse number 1 in the maroon and white under Davy Russell as they close in on the first fence. Near side 27, that's Acapella Bourgeois with Shattered Love as they take the first. And the grey Tute Permia is a faller at the first, and Talk is Cheap meanwhile with a yellow cap has come through to lead, approaching the second. To 16, Ballyoptic on the near side of Walk in the Mill, and then Warrior's Tail and the storyteller. Shattered Love towards the near side with Acapella Bourgeois, followed by Valtor as they close in on the first of the ditches. This is the third. Talk is Cheap is going to lead over it, and Shattered Love has gone at the third. Warrior's Tail has refused, and Valtor is also out of the race at the third. So 3 of them out of the race at the ditch. The leaders are over the fourth, where Talk is Cheap was in front and Magic of Light made a mistake. Kildesart and Elegant Escape meanwhile are the final couple. Jet's quite a long way back, so too is Sub-Lieutenant with Anibal Fly, Beware the Bear. Lakeview Lad, who jumped off handily, has already lost his position. Peregrine Run in the black and red made a mistake at the 5th, and they're heading now towards Beeches for the first time. Talk is Cheap, number 14, leading. From Topville, Burn and Walk in the Mill. Burrow Saint in the pink colours under Rachel Blackmore, prominent. Over Beach as they go. Talk is Cheap landing in front. The leaders have cleared it safely. It looks as though the bulk of the field have got over Beaches as well, all jumping pretty well. Bristol de Mai is held up in midfield. Another of the greys, green colours for Daryl Jacob. Over Foynaven they go, the smallest fence on the course. It almost caught out Alfred Azobo there. He made a bad mistake. Orange cap for champion jockey Richard Johnson down on the the inner as they head on towards the Canal Turn Fence 8. Talk is Cheap, Ballyoptic on the inner, landed in second. Burrow Saint and Magic of Light third and fourth, being followed by Topville Ben and the Storyteller and Peregrine Run and Walk in the Mill, and then ASO in the Royal Blue and White jumping up well as they take Valentine's. Tiger Roll is still very prominent. Towards midfield then we got Vintage Clouds, Acapella Bourgeois any second now, the white-faced Jury Duty as they take fence 10. Mistake from Yale Enki at that one, and towards the back of the field Jet has refused and OK Corral has also refused at the 10th. They're moving on towards another open ditch now, the 11th, and there were 5 or 6 in a line there where Ballyoptic made a mistake, and Lakeview Lad is a faller, and Creve Hill has also gone at the 11th. So a couple down there at the open ditch. Moving on towards the 12th with Elegant Escape last of those continuing. Death Duty is last but one. He's got Double Shuffle just in front of him with Sub-Lieutenant Anabar Fly, Kildesart, Ramses Detaye, Kimberlite Candy, and Potter's Corner would have about 8 or 9 behind. He's also towards the rear. Total Recalls in midfield. Definitely Red is also towards mid-division with Yala Enki, and also midfield Dunikos as they make the long run between fences 12 and 13. And it's Tiger Roll in the maroon and white. He's now virtually disputing it with ASO on the far side. Talk is Cheap and Burrow Saint between them. Then Walk in the Mill and Ballyoptic to Topville Bed in the red and yellow. The Storyteller is next from Magica Light with the red cap, and then the grey Vintage Clouds to St Xavier and the red and brown. Pleasant Company, a check jacket, is just ahead of Bristol de May as they clear the 13th. Kildesart meanwhile back in midfield, just nodded slightly on landing there. There goes Elegant Escape last of all in the black and yellow. They're already at the 14th. Tiger Roll landed just ahead. He nodded slightly on landing. Faller there is Total Recall. Double Shuffle has also gone, and Elegant Escape, I think, at the back of the field refused. He either refused or pulled up. He's out of the race there, Elegant Escape. They're coming to the chair, the 15th. Tiger Roll lifts off just ahead in front of the packed Aintree stands. St Xavier's unseated David Maxwell at the chair, but I think they're the only ones to have gone. Tiger Roll is leading them to the water jump, to Walk in the Mill. ASO Talk is Cheap, Burrow St Topville Ben. Magica Light and Robbie Power with the red cap are still very prominent, tracked towards the inner into the bend by Ballyoptic. So a group of them fairly well clustered up as they run through halfway in the virtual national, but Tiger Roll has raced with great enthusiasm, and despite his top weight of 11 stone 10, he's pulled his way into a narrow lead. Topville Ben in the red and yellow and Walk in the Mill, who are the pair going out wide. Burrow St is still tracking them as they go to the Melling Road with Magic of Light and ASO in the blue and white. Behind these Talk is Cheap and Acapella Bourgeois, and then any second now making a bit of progress with a blue cap. He's upsized the grey Bristol de May. They in turn are being followed by Potter's Corner and Peregrine Run, and then Vintage Clouds as they clear the 17th, and it was Topville Ben who jumped into the lead there. To Burrow St ASO, Magic of Light, the Storyteller in the centre in the dark blue and yellow. Walk in the Mill remains prominent as Topville Ben leads them over the 18th, and he really stood off that, jumped it fantastically well. He's enjoying himself, Topville Ben, out in front in the hands of Tommy Dowson. Here's another open ditch, the 19th. It claimed 3 of them on the first circuit. Topville Ben leads, and Acapella Bourgeois is down at the 19th. Acapella Bourgeois has gone there. Definitely Red has been pulled up. He's out of the race. The leaders are coming to the 20th. Topville Ben to Burrow Saint and ASO. Magic of Light and Talk is Cheap and any second now, and the Storyteller. And then Bristol de May and Tiger Roll and Walk in the Mill and Potter's Corner with the hoop sleeves to Ballyoptic and Peregrine Run and Pleasant Company. And these in turn are being followed by Dunikos and Death Duty and Jury Duty, and then Vintage Clouds. And they're heading now towards Beaches for the second and final time. Ramses Detaye is a faller. He's out of the race. And it's Burrow Saint in the pink in the centre under Rachel Blackmore, who will take a narrow lead at Beaches. To ASO nodding on, landing on the inside. Magic of Light right behind them. Any second now is much closer. Number 29 in the hoops there. And then Tiger Roll, followed by Talk is Cheap. The grey Bristol de May is edging closer as they take the Foynaven fence. The Storyteller made a slight mistake. Topville Ben has just begun to lose a few positions. He's followed by Potter's Corner as they head towards the Canal Turn. They've still got over 1.25 miles to go in the virtual national. Burrow Saint leads them over the canal. From ASO in second, any second now, landed in third, and Tiger Roll 4. The Storyteller is 5. Talk is Cheap 6. The grey Bristol de May is 7. And then Potter's Corner and Magic of Light, followed by Peregrine Run out over Valentine's to Topville Ben and Pleasant Company and Jury Duty. And then Yala Enki. moving on towards fence 26. They've got 5 to jump, and it's Tiger Roll now under Davy Russell, who've come bounding through to lead. Burrows Saint made a mistake, and Bristol de May is a faller. Bristol de May is down there. A sub-lieutenant has been pulled up. Bristol de May is on his feet. He looks none the worse. They're coming towards the ditch, 4 out. Tiger Roll chased by the Storyteller. ASO made a mistake. Jury Duty has refused there. Yala Enki has gone, unseated Bryony Frost, and Magic of Light has gone as well. They're running now towards the third last. Tiger Roll is over it safely. He's 5-6 lengths ahead of the Storyteller. With any second now, ASO there on the inside, still travelling well under Charlie Deutsch. Potter's Corner has made a bit of progress into 5th in the Hoop Sleeves. This group of 5 a little way ahead now of Walk in the Mill and Burrows Saint. Then Talk is Cheap and Kimberlite Candy from Topville Ben. In turn followed by Peregrine Run, and then Pleasant Company and Bally Optic and Alfred Azobo and Kildesart. And a long gap to the others headed by Vintage Clouds, and ASO with stamina unknown has forged on into the lead here under young Charlie Deutsch, and he's quickly opened up by 5 or 6 lengths. He's gone clear from Tiger Roll. It's ASO storming on down towards the second last for a huge shock in the Virtual National. Tiger Roll is chasing him with any second now. Potter's Corner into 4th. ASO, oh, he's down. He's crashed out of the second last. Tiger Roll has been left in front from any second now. Potter's Corner is moving up to challenge. Walk in the Mill is back in 4th, and it's now Potter's Corner who's come through to head Tiger Roll as they take the last. Potter's Corner jumps it. That's 3 lengths clear of Tiger Roll in second. Any second now in 3rd. Walk in the Mill is back in 4th. This quartet clear of Topville Ben and Peregrine Run with Pleasant Company, and it's Potter's Corner for Wales, racing towards the elbow with still a furlong of Aintree's long staring run in ahead of him. Tiger Roll is pressed for second by Walk in the Mill, who's staying on, and then any second now it's Potter's Corner from Walk in the Mill, who's getting closer. Any second now back in 3rd. Tiger Roll anchored by the weight. Potter's Corner getting lonely. Walk in the Mill is closing. Potter's Corner all out, clings on. Potter's Corner won the Virtual National. Walk in the Mill second, then any second now Tiger Roll. Burrows Saint just behind him with Pleasant Company. Beware the Bear got round. Annibar Fly got round, never really threatened. Death Duty the last of those to complete.
Well, it didn't disappoint. What a race and what a victory for Potter's Corner. Ridden by young Jack Tudor, the youngest rider since Bruce Hobbs on Battleship in 1938, to take the race. He may not have qualified for the real thing because he still needed 2 or 3 winners to qualify, but he qualified for the Virtual Grand National all right. Second place went to Walk in the Mill. Any second now doing the Best of the Irish in 3rd. In 4th place, a gallant run from the dual pass hero Tiger Roll under his huge weight. Not only has he won 2 Grand Nationals, he's been placed now in 3 runnings of the Virtual Grand National. Burrows Saint for Rachel Blackmore back in 5th, but your heart goes out to ASO and Charlie Deutsch, who came down when going so well 2 fences from home. What kind of hand would he have played? We simply will never know. As indeed we will never know the result of the real Grand National in 2020. But that was as close as we can bring you, and hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as we did. My thanks to all of you for watching. My thanks to Alice Plunkett, to Richard Pittman, and our panel of experts who did so much to contribute to today's entertainment. And most importantly of all, our thanks to all those of you in the National Health Service and in the emergency services working so hard and tirelessly on our behalf to keep us safe and well. Stay indoors, stay safe, and remember, if you play today in the Virtual Grand National, you have helped a wonderful cause. We will see you again next year for this, and hopefully for the real thing. Potter's Corner, the hero of the hour in the Virtual Grand National 2020.
And it's Potter's Corner for Wales, racing towards the elbow with still a furlong of Aintree's long staring run in ahead of him. Tiger Roll is pressed for second by Walk in the Mill, who's staying on, and then any second now it's Potter's Corner from Walk in the Mill, who's getting closer. Any second now back in 3rd. Tiger Roll anchored by the weight. Potter's Corner getting lonely. Walk in the Mill is closing. Potter's Corner all out, clings on. Potter's Corner won the Virtual National.